Hi, Sean Still, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about using the sprint um, burn down chart to help understand the progress towards our sprint goal. All right, so we're going to navigate to our test project. And here we are on our active sprint board. You can see that things are flowing across the board. We're staying within our minimum and maximum whip limits that we put on. But we really want to understand, are we on track? All right, and one of the out-of-the-box reports that I showed in a previous video is the burn down chart. And this is one of the key charts that any Agile team that is sprinting is going to want to use. All right, and that is how the team is progressing. So we started the sprint with 32 points, and as we move stories to done, all right, we got this nice little burn down. This right here is the predictor line. We always want to stay as close to that as possible. If we hang up here too long above it, it kind of means that we've stalled out a little bit. Key information for any Scrum Master to then go have a conversation with the team and say, hey, our stories have stalled and we're not making any progress on them. What's going on? All right, and begin to have that conversation. Everything may be totally fine. It's just a point for a conversation. But in this case, we've actually fallen below the line, which is very interesting, because if we stay below the line for a significant amount of time, it's an indicator that the team may run out of work before the sprint ends. All right, and if that happens, our planned sprint, the priority is really important. Having that set, because if we need to pull in some additional work, that should be the next story that we pull in, is the top story in our next planned sprint. But if the team member doesn't have enough time to execute and finish the story, they actually may pick up a lower priority story that is much smaller. It really depends on a number of factors. The Scrum Master can work with the team and the team member on that, as well as the product owner, to find what story is most appropriate. But looking at this gives us an indication of the health of our sprint. In this case, everything looks relatively good. This right here may have been a point for a conversation. If we stay below this line, again, I need to start thinking about possibly pulling in some additional work for the team. As you hover over the lines, the data points are available to you. So if you want to see what caused the line to do this, you can hover over it and see it right there. You can actually follow the story from there if you need to. Below this is a list of all the stories that are feeding into this burn down chart. We can also look at it in a couple of different ways. We can do original time estimate. I don't ever recommend time. I don't like time estimates. Time estimates have proven to be the least accurate of all estimating methods. I never use it. I don't encourage you to use it, but it is there and available to you if you absolutely need it. Issue count. So we can look at just straight issue counts, okay? So we started off with 13 issues and we have slowly burned through a few. And you can see that it makes it look and feel a little bit different. I do like to focus on story points. All right, because if a bunch of smaller stories got completed, such as this, I can understand that. If it was a bigger story that was completed, such as this 8-point story, I can see that. So it gives me a little bit more information that is relevant to me, especially if I'm playing the role of a Scrum Master. This is information that the product owner should care about. This is information that the Scrum Master definitely cares about. And it's information that the team should care about. Because remember, the team made a commitment to deliver all of these stories at the end of their sprint, and they should be doing everything within their power to live up to that obligation. And this right here is a good visual tool to help them understand if they are on track or not. If they are not on track, they can begin to have that conversation with the Scrum Master and the product owner. So great tool. I highly recommend that you use it at each and every stand-up to review it so that the team understands what their progress actually looks like. Okay, so that's Burndown chart. It is one of the out-of-the-box metrics that's available to us in reports, and you can just simply navigate to it and find it. All right, yeah, so that's Burndown charts. Thank you very much. Till next time.